He's tackled.
It is. Sweeping my board. Is that good, Roy? Is that good, Roy? Oh, good, Roy. Roy, is that good? Is that good? Oh, good.
He's making moves. We may see more. So, first down. Here we go, set.
Oh, you being a good boy, yeah. You being a good boy, I'm good.
They went backwards there a bit, didn't they?
Come on, make better decisions, guys.
They're lining up for a second down now. Lagoon, Lagoon. They aren't going anywhere. Loss of yards.
Oh boy, he wants a mulligan.
It's third down. They're feeling the pressure. The quarterback throws the ball. The receiver secures the ball.
That's a good catch.
Definitely.
That defensive line's playing like they've got a personal vendetta against happiness.
Fumble. Snapping the ball. Cover. Throws. And navigate past the markers, securing a fresh set of downs. They line up for a new set of downs. Added muscle on the defensive line for this play. Looking for a man. He throws.
Look at that. At least the ground can catch.
It's second down. And he throws.
I don't think they were in sync on that one.
They'd like to convert here on the third down. Takes the ball. Cover. Throws the ball.
Oh, gotta fix that timing.
They're preparing to punt, hoping to pin them deep. He got that one off. Fair catch call. Let's go, get this one. He's throwing. No catch. Second down. Relaxing three. With sheer determination, he powers through to a first down. What a remarkable effort. First down and 10 to go. He sees something. Throwing. He snags it.
Oh, good grab.
Lining up for a second down
Play
now.
running game before kickoff to delivering career-ending hits. This special group of players have kept opponents up at night with their terrorizing behavior. These are the 10 scariest players in NFL history.
And that will work for
No
the
other
first.
player has more iconic way of instilling fear in the eyes of his opponents than Aaron Lewis. He did it before the game even started. His pre-game entrance was a declaration of war.
The quarterback throws the ball.
The guys who said that every time he stepped in the field, he was
On fire. He hit the receiver in stride for a first down. Okay, get ready for a first down. Lagoon.
For partaking in something that looked like a scene from his favorite movie, opposing teams struggled. We're going to lose the ball. We're going to hit him with this.
Because they knew what was coming.
It's second
60
down
minutes
and a
of
few yards to
bone-crushing
go.
hits from number 52. Sports Science said the only reason he didn't break his opponent's bones on every hit is because the shoulder pad
Looks like a
absorbed
handoff.
50% of the force. Lewis was
Team
so
maneuvers
powerful
through
that
with
he
the
didn't have
defense
to
with
lock in on the
ease,
play.
securing a first
Having
down.
shared a division with him for many years, former Bengals wide receiver Chad Ochocinco decided that he had finally had enough of Lewis's reign of terror. While Lewis had his eyes on the ball, Ochocinco
He
tried to
hikes
get
the ball.
payback for countless brutal hits with a blindside shot on the
Runner
line.
breaks through
Yet,
the
despite
defense.
paying no
The
attention to
powerful run to
Ochocinco,
secure
Lewis
a first
leveled him
down.
even more. Like he was nothing.
They're
He left
knocking
the
on the door
wideout
with a
gap
first
to hit.
and goal.
Got a score here.
Consider it a lesson to never test one of the
Handoff
most
on the play.
vicious to ever do.
He was looking for a way out of that one. All he found was defense.
Along with making every hit, it wasn't just quality over quantity for him. To this day, he is still the NFL's all-time leader in
Here's the
career
snap.
solo and combined
He's
tackles
throwing.
with 1,568 in 2015. Having this is war mentality is definitely something that the
It's
terrorizing
third down
Jack
and a
Tatum
long
could
way
do.
to
There's
go.
nothing even remotely close to civilized about his play. Tatum developed a reputation for being
Hikes the ball.
absolutely
He's searching
ruthless
for
with
his
hit,
target.
and sometimes
That's
even cost him a lot.
touchdown.
He became known as the
Wow. He got that through the defense. Perfect timing. They look to go for one.
During the 1978 preseason
The kick is up.
an incomplete pass over the middle.
Missed the
Terrible.
extra
Patriots
point.
wide receiver Darryl Stingley from the chest down. Not only were people furious, but even paralyzed him. They
After
couldn't
that
believe it
score,
happened to
we
them
are ready
in
to
the
kick off.
To make matters worse, Tatum never apologized for the hit.
I just like to know which
Kind of a rough kick. He's going to return it. Caught and
He even
dropped.
went as far as saying this. I understand why Darryl was considered the victim. I'll never understand why some people look at me as the guilty. While this response may come as a bit of a shock, Tatum's idea of a good hit shed some light on his approach to the game. My idea
gets
of
the
a good hit
snap.
is when the victim wakes up on the side of the train whistles blowing in his head. I like to believe that my best
Insane.
hits
That's
border on
another pick.
Trelawney's
And that's
soft,
a turnover.
slight public
Going
throwback.
the
Tatum
other way.
refused to change his hard area. A year after, he was face-to-face with one of the game's most powerful linebackers. And Tatum met him head-on to goal. And even though Campbell managed to stumble into the end zone, the collision left a lack of impact. The look I took from Jack Tatum, that's the only time I ever felt
With an
someone hit
explosive run, he
shot
secures
went
a
down
first
to
down.
field my
Give that man
phone.
the game
When I was
ball. He
standing
just
on my head
passed
in my end,
200 yards.
I was thinking,
First down and
well,
10 yards
year
to go.
later, one of Campbell's doctors watched the collision and believed it caused him spinal problems that plagued
Takes the
his
snap.
life. Tatum's hits will
Good
live forever,
reception.
but they're still not the most famous hits in NFL. That distinction belongs to arguably the greatest defensive player
They're
ever.
ready for a second
Taylor,
down.
with the football world tuned into a 1985 Monday Night Football game between the Giants and Redskins, Taylor, in a single play, changed the sport forever. As Washington ran
The quarterback
quicker,
throws the
Taylor
ball.
saw
The
right
receiver
through the
secures
city
the
and
ball.
pounced on QB Joe Biden like a jungle.
Yep.
Taylor
Crossing
and
the
handful of
threshold.
players
And
immediately
yes,
signaled for the signs
that's a
for help.
first
Sizing was
down.
an
New
excruciating
set of
pain.
downs now.
Tiffany
Checking the
Broken
coverage.
both bones in the lower left. Theismann never played.
He hikes the
Because
ball.
of that play, and Taylor's
Throws the
overall
ball.
dominance
Caught
at the
it.
position,
That
teams at all
helps.
levels
He's a
began placing
dependable
an
receiver.
emphasis on the
Without
left
a
tackle
doubt. He
position
got
to
through that
protect
one.
the quarterback.
Touchdown.
Although the play
What a good
ultimately
throw.
defined his
Read
life,
the
in
receiver's
that
route
he was just
perfectly.
memorable. As
That
the
lead is
iconic John
growing.
Madden,
This
he
team has to
changed the way
focus on
defense played,
fundamentals.
the way
Buckle
pass
down.
rushing is played,
Time
the
for
way
PAT.
linebackers
Here's the
and
kick.
the way
It's
offensive
out.
block going.
No
As a
good.
10-time Pro Bowl, Taylor became just the second defender to win the league this year. He was also named Defensive
After
Player
that
of the Year
score,
3
we
times.
are set to
Legendary
kick
coach
off.
Bill Belichick served as Taylor's defensive coordinator with the Giants and said, what makes
He
Kelsey
didn't
so
quite
great,
kick
what
that
makes him
right.
so
Looks
aggressive,
like he'll
is his
return it.
total disregard for his body. Belichick even went as far as to declare him the best defensive player he's ever coached. With Barnes. And while Taylor had no intentions of ending Theismann's career, the same could not be said for when Hall of Fame linebacker Dick Butkus was out there. According to fellow Hall of Famer Deacon Jones, he ran and he was a welcome visit anytime which he tried to put you in the cemetery, not off.
A laser
The
like
savage
that
playing
cuts
style
through the
mindset,
defense,
Ethan Butkus'
securing
unique
the
form
first
of
down
I'm
with
going to have
ease.
a quick and warm up
Okay,
with
getting
doing
ready
the
for a
fracture
first
things
down.
to make me mad, he said. If someone on the other team was laughing, I'd pretend he was laughing at me For the Bears, I'd find something to get mad at. It always worked.
Throwing.
But opposing
Pass
players were
deflected.
definitely never laughing at the platform. But in reality, they were definitely they were so usually
Lining up for a second down now.
the first time I ever played it in the year. As former Packers running back Arthur Lane, if I had a choice, I'd sooner go one-on-one with a
He's
good
throwing. Not
I
quite
prayed
on
that I could
target.
get up every time practicing. In addition to laying the boom on guys like Lane, Butkus led one of the NFL's all-time greatest defenses in tackles for 8 straight seasons. Jack Lambert was another linebacker in charge of one of the league's most terrorizing defenses ever, serving as the face of the Steel Curtain.
Needs just
It
a
was
touch
an
more accuracy.
unforgettable sight, to say the least. Missing his 4 upper front teeth, Lambert's toothless snarl was the perfect
Butt
representation
unit
of
comes
his
on.
legs.
He's
Before
ready to
becoming
send
a
it
legend, John
downfield.
Elway, in his first career game, had to go up against Lambert's steal. It was a moment that Elway would never forget. When he took his to end. He had no teeth, but he was hovering all over himself, Elway said. I'm thinking, you can have your money
See how
back.
he
Just get
adjusted
me
for
out
that
of here.
tackle?
Can't tell
Good
you how
job.
badly he wanted out of it. Nickname Dracula and Coots.
quarter
Lambert's
is
motto
almost
was,
over.
"You're the Pittsburgh
He
Steelers."
might see
He was supposed
something.
to be the intimidator. He did everything he could to live up to it, even if it meant almost
He
being
hands it
thrown
off.
out of the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 10, Cowboys
Brought
safety
down
Chris Harris taunted
decisively.
Steelers kicker Roy Terrell by patting him in the head following him his field goal. Lambert responded
It's
immediately
second
by
down.
body slamming him to the ground. After the game, he explained the move by saying, "Nicely and just, he's trying to do something." Lambert never shied away from confrontation and always had his feet back. His bold attitude and fearless play inspired teammates and propelled them to 4 Super Bowl
It's third
victories
down.
in just 6 seasons. And with just as cool a nickname as Dracula and Cleats, Big Night Train Lane, he was never supposed to make this,
Looks
let
like a
alone play in the
handoff.
NFL. Lane played just 1 season of junior college football before serving in the U.S. Army for 4 years. After being discharged from the Army, he happened to pass by the
Taking
Los
on the
Angeles
defense.
Rams office
They
and
recover
applied
the
for work.
fumble.
Despite his total lack of experience
They
playing the
take it
sport at a
away.
high level, Lane decided to stop in and actually try out as a receiver. The team was so blown away by his raw athleticism.
Pass time.
Lane
Hunting for
eventually
an opening.
switched to
Throwing.
defensive back,
The
and
ball
the
hits
Rams
the
quickly
ground.
fell
No
in love with his
catch.
ferocious playing style. It didn't take long for the rest of the league to become familiar. But the NFL had to commit moves against Lane's brutal tackling style. He became known for wrapping players around the neck or grabbing their face mask, slinging them to
He's
the ground.
throwing that
People
ball.
started
A
calling
good
him
reception
Night
there.
Train Neck.
That's why
In
they wear
1961, he
gloves.
tackled John
With
Arnett
that
by the
gain,
face
the
mask when he
chains
was
are
running
on
at
the
full
move.
speed and left
First
him lying
down.
motionless. Next year, the NFL
First
made
and
him appropriate
goal.
and drafted
They're
the face
too
mask.
close to not
They
score
later
here.
banned a tackle around the head and neck for what was called a clothesline, largely because of Night Train. For Lane, there was no malicious
Throws the ball.
explaining, my
Touchdown.
object is to stop the guy
Amazing
before he
pass.
can hit.
Wow,
I'm
great
usually
throw
dealing with
by the
players who are
QB.
trying to catch
They
passes,
line up
and if
now
I
for
hit
the
them in
point
the leg,
after.
they may fall forward for a first down. There's nothing I hate worse than a first down. In addition to wreaking havoc with his
He
tackling
kicks.
style, Lane was also a
Ouch.
menace as a
That
ball.
was supposed to
This
be a
play
chip
still
shot.
holds the NFL record for most interceptions in a season at 14. Somehow Peterson finished
So,
12 games.
after that
But
score,
Lane isn't the
they
only
will kick
player
it
on this
off.
list who also
Here we
finds
go.
himself all over the NFL record. And while most people
Not a
associate
good kick.
scary football players with defenders, this guy actually played on the other side of the ball. Throughout his career, Jim Brown made sure that the opposing team always saw him in the warm. He
That's
said,
the end of the
knowing that
third.
they've been told
What
all about me
surprises
all
will the
week,
fourth
and how
quarter
they have to
bring?
watch out for
Coming
me
up.
and how they have a plan to stop me and gang tackle me, I challenge by saying, this is the guy, man, take a look. Here it is, right now.
He's
232
tackled.
pounds, 6'2". The attitude is, when it hit me, I'm going to hit you. What could be mistaken for an arrogant mindset by Brown was a well-earned confidence strength. He knew that he was going to make things possible to bring down. As he led the
He
league in
dashes
rushing,
past
he
the
came out of
defenders,
his non
easily earning them a
Unfortunately for
first
Brown's
down.
opponents, this
Great
unbelievable
agility.
feat wasn't just a result of being
First
just
down,
a
10
running
to go.
thing that he viewed football as the closest civilized thing to war. Brown would often bulldoze his
He
opponent.
gets the
His
snap.
famous lineman, make
The
sure when
quarterback
anyone
throws the
tackles
ball.
you, he is not just
Great
out of
catch.
his
The
opponents
quarterback
truly do
connects
him.
with his
Brown
favorite
set the
receiver
all-time record
for
for
a
most
first
career rushing
down.
yards with
He's
12,300
making
plus
moves.
yards per
He may
carry
see
with 5.2 and
It's a
rushing
first down.
touchdowns with 106. It's been more than 50 years since he retired, and his record of
Here's
career
the
rushing
snap.
yards per game still stands at 104.3. Not only
With a
has it
burst
stood the
of
test of time,
speed,
but no
he
other
makes
player
it
has
past the
even
defenders
cracked
for a
100 yards
first
per game
down.
in 6. And while
Incredible
Brown was
move.
always a superstar on the gridiron,
Okay, getting ready
James
for a first
Harrison's
down.
journey to making this list is a true underdog story. Undersized at only 6 feet tall, Harrison was released 3 different times as a rookie. Instead
He
of
finds a
speeding up
gap
on the
in the
field,
line
he used
and
those
sprints
setbacks
for
as
a first
inspiration and
down.
fuel to become one of the strongest and most durable
It's
players
first
the
and
game
goal.
has ever
A
seen.
prime
It also
opportunity
led
to score.
Harrison
You
never
had to
taking his
score
foot
here,
off the gas
guys.
and field. My objective is obviously was to take
Snapping
him
the ball.
out of that
Trying to
throws.
find. Throws.
Oh, boy, you got to throw that better. How about your
In
receiver?
the same 2010 game against the Browns, Harrison knocked out 2 different Cleveland
Second
receivers.
and goal.
Josh
Not
Cribbs
much
and
more to go.
Not supported. Describing his approach, Harrison explained, I tried to hurt you. Never tried to injure you. I tried to hurt you. I wanted them not to be able to finish the game. When I hit my homeboy Josh Cribbs, I felt like if I hit him, that hurt. I wanted to be able to say, God. Then, while talking years later about the hit on Nassiford, he said, I hit Nassiford with about 50% of it. Dead serious. I just wanted him to let go of the ball. If I would have known then what I found out, Kirk might have gave him everything. If I known there was some tiny $75,000 for that, I would have let it into it. He might not have gotten off that yet. As Harrison got older, I knew his viciousness or his otherworldly strength.
Too close to
While
not
most
scoring
defenders
here.
don't play
He's taking a moment.
enough,
Defense
he was
has 3
still
on the
lighting
line
up
for this
opposing
play. He gets the
and
snap.
going viral for his workout video. A workout video from 2017 showed him doing 675
He
pound
got
hip
that through the
and
defense.
and reverse
Perfect
lunges
timing.
at
They might
315,
want to start thinking
405
about next
pounds
week's
plank
game if
press,
this continues.
225
And
pound
now the
overhead
extra point.
triceps extensions, and
The kick
1,800
is
pound
up.
sled push.
And
Another player who
it's
used superhuman strength to
good.
become a total nightmare for opposing teams is Reggie White. As former Eagles wide receiver Mike Quick put
After
it,
that
he could
score,
take
we
a
are ready to
320
kick
pound man
off.
and just toss it like he's nothing. The funniest thing is see a 320 pound man that's being tossed. I've never seen anything like it. And not only did White have this freakish strength, but he had
That's
speed
a
and
textbook tackle
athleticism
there.
that allowed him to play defensive at long movement like a linebacker. For Rivers, he played with White on the Eagles, so I've never seen anyone that big and that strong who moved that fast. He's so explosive. He drove blockers back like they were on roller skates.
Looks like a
Rare
handoff.
combination of speed and strength
He
made
tucks
him
it and
essentially
runs.
unblockable.
The defender
His
read that play and
tired
made a
of the
solid
league's
tackle.
all-time sack rate of 103. According to former Eagles linebacker Gary Cobb,
They're
he
lining up for
never
a second
saw the
down
kind
now.
of fear in the eyes of the linebacker they used to be afraid of from the edge. But similar to White, the final player on this list also relied on a unique combo of speed and strength. But standing at 5 foot
Caught it.
and 244 pounds, Phil Campbell didn't
Precise
even
pass to the
that he
receiver.
did. Being
And that's
that
a
big
first
and
down.
condensed, it was
What a
no
great play
surprise that
and
he
good
would
result.
often run
So,
defenders over,
first down.
punishing him for this aggressive play. But the crazy thing about it was that he was just as fast as he was strong. People his size
And
aren't
he
supposed to
throws.
have 4'6", 40-yard dash.
See? That's how you do it. He has a great relationship with his skills coach, and it shows.
He never went down.
It's second down
He's a
and
equipment
a
manager
handful
joke,
to
but they
go.
need 4 sizes of thigh pads. Small, medium, large, and girl team. No one shows just how
He
powerful
hands it
Campbell
off.
is. But it plays from when he was a 20-year rookie. He met Rams all-pro linebacker Isaiah Robinson in the hole with a head-on collision and left the defender flat
What
in
a
his back.
remarkable
Campbell then
effort.
shredded another
First
tackle
down.
as he held
He
on
reads
for
what
dear
the
life and
defense
was
is
left with
showing
nothing
him.
but a piece of his jersey as Campbell kept charging
Here's
forward.
the
He was
snap.
a clear
Looking.
wrecking ball. Just
Throwing.
demolishing opposing defenders.
Long
Legendary
pass
Steelers
attempt.
linebacker Joe
Touchdown.
Brady claims that Campbell
What a
can
good
inflict
throw.
more damage
Read
than
the
any
receiver's
other running
route
back.
perfectly.
Hey,
They'll try
former
for
Cowboys
two.
safety Cliff Harris agreed, saying, when you finished a game against Pearl, you have to sit in the tub with that. And despite constantly using his body
That's
to
not
deliver
gonna work.
beatings to
No
opposing
good on
players,
the
Campbell
conversion.
throughout his
Buddy, you
career
need to
only missed
progress,
6
not
games.
regress.
Kevin,
Forward
his
movement.
next weapon is up.
After that score, we are set to kick off. That ball is gonna wobble.
That's not enough leg.
He decides to return.
Looks like he's stopped.
Ready. Takes the snap. And he throws. Swatted that one.
Look at that. At least the ground can catch.
We're ready for a second down. Ready, set. He's throwing. Great game for him so far. Now at 300 yards passing.
The award-nominated QB is showing us why he's in the spotlight.
That'll make it
Okay,
a
great
first
catch. It
down.
sounds like there's a first down again in 2 days. So if you love it, still like something to be up and to. This is not a rebuild team. This is a game play. The offense is absolutely set. You done Kyle Pitts, great cover, Michael Penix, all of these guys in there. I can make them superstars. He will never stop, and he will be the greatest offense of all time. Defensively, I gotta try and fix the pass. You guys are still
With a burst of speed, he makes it past the defenders for a first down.
I'm not
Incredible
kidding when I
move.
say this could
Okay,
be the
get
greatest
ready for
franchise
first
ever.
down.
I want Michael Penix to pass Brady and ring. Let's just pretend it. The Falcons are the fastest, youngest,
Handoff on the
coolest team
play.
in season 1.
They catch it. It's second down. The quarterback throws the ball. He pulls in the catch. They might convert here on a third down. Get ready. Looks like a handoff. He's down. They went backwards there just a bit.
That's not good. Not good at all.
It's a punt on fourth down. Let's see how this plays out. The punt is up. He's returning it. That's a textbook tackle there. He tucks and he goes. Caught and dropped. We're now at second down and manageable. He throws. Great catch.
That's progress.
Without a doubt, with a flick of the wrist. It's a powerful pass to the receiver for a first down. A new set of downs now. Looking to hold with 4 on the defensive line. He gets the snap. Throws.
That won't help this drive much.
Second down now. They line up. Throws the ball. He snags it.
That's a good catch.
A laser-like pass cuts through the defense, securing the first down with ease. They line up for a new set of downs. They have 4 on the defensive line. Throwing.
Good job knocking down that pass. You gotta throw that better. Help out your receiver.
Second down and 10 to go. He throws. That gives him 100 yards receiving.
That's 100. What else can he do? Oh, yes. Get some more.
And the drive continues. First down. They're knocking on the door with a first and goal.
You can't squander this position.
He's looking for someone that's open. The quarterback throws the ball. Touchdown! Amazing pass. Wow. Great throw by the QB. They look to go for 1.
I don't know where this is not from the football.
Here's the kick. No extra point.
They're going to solve the idea.
So, after that score, they will kick it off. Here we go. Yikes, that stings. Not a good kick. The defender was in the right place. Stop. Get ready. Trying to find his receiver. He's tackled. Around second down. Snapping the ball. Hands off to the runner.
Coach needs to lecture that line, or this will keep happening.
They've got to convert here. Third down. Ready, set.
This fall. Considering this
And
point,
with that gain, the chains are on the move. First down. So, first down. They're putting 3 on the line to counter this offense. He's throwing. It's the ground. No catch. We're ready for a second down. He's throwing. He found someone open.
Good eyes. He's got room.
That's a catch.
It's good to have a trustworthy receiver.
The quarterback's arm is on fire. He hits the receiver in stride for a first down. A new set of downs now. He throws. Good reception.
Good cuts on that route.
Yep.
So,
Touchdown. Wow, he got that through the defense. Perfect timing.
They allow one more touchdown, they'll be in serious danger of this getting out of hand.
Time for the PAT. He kicks. They tack on the extra point. After that score, we are ready to kick off. That was kind of a rough kick.
Oh, he must have hit it funny.
That's a return.
I started my business to be this way, and please have to start from the beginning. Because everything becomes a guilt trip. Give more love than humanly possible.
The pocket's collapsing. He's thrown that ball.
Because
See,
we always do it.
that's how you do it. He has a great relationship with his skills coach.
It's a great
Shows.
football game. Not the
What a
problem
throw.
with the shot.
The receiver catches it cleanly, securing a first
We
down.
played the last
First
version
down.
of this game back in 2020, and it wasn't necessarily the greatest.
He hikes the ball. Pass time.
And he's felt like it's over 4 years now. Come see how
The pass is not
good it is.
caught.
As you see, this is technically a game review, so as it said, the game is still another week. So some platforms,
Lining up
you
for a
can know
second
it
down
myself, expect me to take some practice to serve. Really make sure we take everything we experienced today with a grain of salt. Not
Takes the
gonna lie,
snap.
this computer industry looks very mad
the
because we
ball.
play Dynasty
And he
mode.
hauls it in.
It's a franchise mode that's coming soon. Now, you're gonna say because it is a free version, it's 255 for not today, but it's gonna show you the full
And
game
inches
experience.
to go.
There's a $15 starter pack here that gets you in-game transactions. I just think it's one of the free version everybody tries. You can have different celebrations for each button on your controller, which obviously that's what some of these transactions come from, but I definitely would call them the jig gates. Look at them jigging. Why is that the greedy? Why is it called a flex? Which I'm not gonna lie, it's already more customization than getting mad. That is the theme of this game, is that this is supposed to be the most customizable football game out there that
He just
exists.
introduced
Before
himself
we
to the
play an
QB in the
exhibition
most
game, I'm gonna see
aggressive way
Smash from
possible.
Dynasty. If I'm not
And he goes
mistaken, I
down.
think this is supposed to be like both football and college ball and one of the different modes of each, but right now the college one I think is the only one available. But on the free version, you have to use a ticket to create a Dynasty if you only have three right now. Which is a bunch of different teammates, colleges already in the game and interesting NIL that have a total budget. These I'm assuming not the groups. The Baltimore Battalion, the Toyota Fighting Foxes, Wilmington Owls, the Random Low Bus, the Lacey Cheetahs, but also in the bottom left of your customs.
They stop it. That'll make it a first
Alex right now, the only that's big going to be an option, though. So I guess it's him to have to pick one of these guys. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to play this game. I want to get an overpowered team, so I don't remove. Who's the highest rated? I think the Space Coast Orbiter, so the team we're going to go with 95 overall defense. I think you know, it looks like a knockoff of the IRL team. Like, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be State of Florida. At least some of them are knockoffs. Like, I think this is supposed to be Michigan State. It's supposed to be the Cincinnati Bearcats. So it's kind of cool having like sort of like, you know, Walmart versions of real colleges. So that obviously asking for real college
Another
games.
throw, another completion. That's the way you bring it home. That's what we call video game numbers. He's off to a good start. He slings it downfield, and the receiver pulls it in for a first down.
Custom logos, you
Spectacular
do that
effort.
for me. Well, like I
First
said, the
and
game's all about
goal.
customization. You can substitute teams, you can change conference
On
logos,
the
you can
defensive
remove the
line,
conference, you
throws
can
the
set the
ball.
conference play. That's something we can't do in college ball
Touchdown.
too, Vaughn. Hey,
He
what's
threaded
confidence
the
in
needle
mind?
on
When
that
the number one
play.
conference
Good
appearance in the
throw.
National
Going for
Athletic at
two.
85 overall. But can I put it to like the
He
lowest
hikes the
grade
ball.
conference, the Big Southwest, the St.
The
John's
receiver
Tornadoes?
secures the ball.
Wow.
Ran a good route and came up
The
with
team
cash.
ranked 11
They
to make it
opted
to
to go
that
for
top.
two and got it. Good
There's
play.
games like that.
After
We
that
have the number
score,
one
we
offense.
are
I
set
think we're
to
ready
kick
to
off.
roll now to pick up coach here, which it
He
doesn't
didn't
look
quite
like
get
they get
that
a
right.
custom coach. Each one has a different
Returning the kick.
cost, so we need to be smart about that. They all have different
Easy
ratings as
tackle.
well. Scouting, ability, charisma, play development, reputation, and consistency or success. They're all going to see their overall record too. So I think the coach has the best record or all those salvageable. 31-14 in his career. He's worth about $5
Takes the
million.
snap.
You know what? Ronaldo is worth it. You have a bunch of different elite
They
settings
wrap
over your
him up.
team. Let's do that. How long the preseason is. You can change the regular season duration. You can change the leagues.
Second down now. They line up. Ready. He gets
What
the
is
snap.
going on maximum?
The defender breaks through and tackles him behind the line.
Oh, Coach Lecture coming.
They've got to convert here. Third down. 3-0-1, set.
Yes, I am back on this Maximum Football.
Throwing. And that will work for the first. Move those chains. First down now. 3-0-1, set. Looks like a handoff.
He was looking for a way out of that one. And all he found was defense.
Yes, I am back on this Maximum Football because they just released their franchise mode into the game, and I wanted to see what this was all about. Now, I can tell you it is pretty detailed. While I was going through and playing this, I was like, man, there is a lot that you can do. So I'm going to give you an overview and show you exactly what you need to know about this. Now, of course, you know Maximum Football is a free game, but you do have to purchase the franchise mode, and I believe some other ones, depending on the edition of the game that you have. So make sure you look into that before you hop on here. But as you see, I am getting started. Now, you can select the amount of teams you want to start off with, the amount of games you want to play, and down there with the general rules, you can change it to like pro or college. Because as you know, they did have a dynasty mode as well. So you come through and customize everything you want about your franchise mode. I like the college overtime. I like the college kickoff. You select even how many points you get for scoring a touchdown. So pretty detailed stuff you can go through and do. And once you have all of this stuff situated, then it's time to select the team that you want. Now you might notice some of these teams look like the real NFL, like the Chicago Badgers. That's supposed to be the Bears. Atlanta Vultures, of course, you know that should be the Falcons. But you can also import a team that you created, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. You hit the triangle button. I am on the PlayStation. You see down there at the bottom, you select custom team. I was thinking about doing that, but then I saw this Dallas upgrade. I'm like, yo, you know, I might have to run with my squad. You know who that is? But I did have the LSU Tigers when I did the other video, but I am going to go with Dallas. And don't my head coach look like Skip Bayless? You want it to be
Stays alive.
but you can go through and change things up. You want to be careful not to spend too much money. And then you can actually switch your dynasty if you play through and have players that you want to bring over into the NFL or pro, whatever you want to call it. So I'm checking out my roster to see what they are all about. They have the salary of the players, the cap hit, the more around, but I'm going over to the depth chart to check out my quarterback. His name is Dick Preston or Dak Prescott, something like that, right? and you see how much money he is making, but you can actually go through and edit all of these players. So in theory, if you want to recreate the whole NFL,
Key
you would be
rush
able to do
time.
that.
Clock is
Go through and
winding
change up the
down in this game with
hairstyles.
2
Of course, you know
minutes.
they have
So,
the
first down.
tattoos.
He's
To
looking.
put fake paint on your players. They have some unique designs, as you can see. So the customization on here is pretty dope. Remember I did this in my other video. But then you can also change up the height and weight. I wanted to see how this affected the player, so I
It's
went
first and
all
goal.
the way
Prime
up.
opportunity to score.
Not much more to
Oh,
go.
Lord.
Oh,
Audibles.
boy,
Defense
looking
sees
like a
something.
big old boy.
Touchdown.
You could have a quarterback rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all over the field. But I'm going to make him 6'2", 240. And then we're going to back out and you see what his body type is looking like now. We're going to change up some of those accessories. You can change up the helmet. They have different face masks. Of course, you know you can throw a visor on your player. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And you can change the color of it if you want to. There's a way that you can do all of that customization. They have some dope mouth guards that you can add to your player. And you see, of course, you can unlock a lot more of these. You can throw a towel on our player. And then go down to the feet. We have these Adidas cleats that I wanted to use, so I am going to put those on my player. So then you can also select the ticket prices. They have tier 1, 2, 3, and then the suite. And then you are able to upgrade your stadium, okay? But then it starts to get interesting. You can
Yep, they get the turnover. Great catch. Wow. Maybe he should take some reps on offense.
Fine. And come on, Steve, you know what I'm talking about now. But you can change the price of your food over here as you see.
This game is in the bag.
And all of this will matter. The money that you make for your team. Look at that burger. Oh my gosh, this stuff is making me hungry, dog. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They got a funnel cake over here. Cocktail. Can you imagine if Madden added all this? I think they used to have it back in the day, didn't they? I don't know to this extent. But then you can actually change the prices of the merch as well. Check out the hoodie. Can you imagine if you created your own team? You would have those logos on this merch. So I was liking this about this game, Maximum Football, the detail that they put into the way that you can make money for your franchise, okay? And I did a little test to see how much you would make if you change up the prices. So I had 19,000 sales of hot dogs, which they were $6. And then I went ahead and sent the week to see how much I would make if they were 8. So 21,000 hot dogs. I think the reason for that is because we were winning tickets. But if I go down to $4, you can imagine how many of these blizzards we gonna sell. 42,000. So you really want to find the right balance in the prices of your concessions and your merch. Pretty cool stuff right there. So they have coach challenges. You get XP to use on your coaches.
Every winner's playing football.
And of course, you know they'll be better at things if you are able to upgrade them. I'm going over there right now. So you can do like core skills, offensive skills, defensive skills. My boy Skip Bayless better be out there coaching his tail off, Brad. You know what I mean? So we are going to upgrade the scouting. You are able to look through some of those players from the college level. They also have this little sticker to press over to the side. You can check out the stories going on in your franchise anytime that you want. But we're going to move on to some other things. They have a doctor. So you can see your players that are injured, and you can decide whether you want to move them to injured reserve or not. So that's cool right there. And then we're going to move on. You have your marketing team. So I wasn't really sure how this works. When you see you have a budget report, and you can go over to the sponsors that you currently have. So I'm not sure if you actually add more snacks and food, depending on who you sign up with. And of course, you know, over there we have our accountant taking a look at everything that's going on with the franchise. So I was messing around with the ticket sales as well to see how much money we would make if we lowered the prices a little bit. And we did actually sell a lot more tickets just by dropping the price a little bit. So, like I said before, you want to find the right balance of what you want to do with those prices. And then you can actually retire a number. So if you have a player that's balling out, you can take his number out of the rotation. That is pretty dope as well. So unfortunately, we did not make the playoffs. I was simming through because I wanted to get to the draft. But look at the Super Bowl. It's going to be Philly going up against Buffalo. And the Philadelphia team is going to win by 1 point. Can you believe that? So I took a look at this draft class. I did multiple franchises. So the players that you see in this draft class are not going to be in the draft that I show you here in a minute, but I wanted to show you how you go about scouting these players and checking them out. So I'm sorting these quarterbacks. I see this dude up at the top. He's running a 4-2. Oh my goodness, a 93 overall quarterback. I am going to add him to my short list of players that we want to keep an eye on when we are in that draft. And then I wanted to see what the running backs were looking like. So you can choose any position, look at what they are working with before you go into the draft and select the players that you hope are going to put your team over the top. Well, we're going to go ahead and get into this right now so you can see how the draft works. We're going to go ahead and hit begin. And it's saying I'm going into season number 2, maximum draft. We are ready for this thing. I don't even know what order I'm in, but hopefully I'll be able to get the quarterback that I want. It's not going to be the guy that I just showed you. So you can see the Redbirds had the number 1 pick. The Peach was at number 2. So if we go down a little further, you're going to see exactly where I am. I was trying to filter out the players so I can get an idea of what I want. But I am going to be pick number 7, and I am up right now. So it has like preferred players over there to the side. Those are some of the ones that I added to my short list. I'm checking out this quarterback at the top with 99 speed. I'm like, yo, if I get him, he might change our franchise. So I am going to select that quarterback for my first round draft pick. And then you can basically skip until you get to yourself again. You don't have to sit here and see exactly what everyone picks. So I hit that button and you see how fast it goes. And then it gives you a recap after each round, showing you who went where and what their overall rating is. I'm like, yo, this is pretty dope. So in the second round, then I'm looking at the overalls. I'm like, yo, this outside linebacker is supposed to be in the 90s. I was going down a little bit to see what else I was working with. But I am going to select that for Ryan to be a part of the Dallas Hombres. And then we're going to go ahead and skip through to the end of that round. So I'm not going to show every round. You get the gist of what you have to do when you are going about doing this. But I'm down to my final pick. You see, I ended up taking a beast kicker like in the 6th round. But the 7th round, I'm going down here. I think I might get an offensive guard, maybe even a center. I'm seeing who has the highest rating, and I am going to end up taking that guard, I believe. If I go back up, you see he is right here. And yes, I am going to finish off my draft with alignment. So pretty cool stuff. You see the rookies are right here on my team. So of course I can go here and edit them, do anything I want, change up their accessories, switch up their name if we want to. But here's my quarterback, Thomas Milner. This is the one that I drafted in the 1st round. And of course, you know, he's going to be a speedster out there. But I want to change up his accessories a little bit. So I did switch up his helmet. Look at the face mask you can put on your players, man. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff if you want to. We are going to throw a visor on my boy so he can be looking swagged out there on the field. I'm not really going to mess with his age, height, weight, or any of that cool stuff because I feel he should be able to go out there and still be a beast. Even though 5'11" isn't the ideal height for a pro quarterback. But look at that boy, see. Man, his contract is insane. I was thinking, bro, I might need to go ahead and trade him because he is only one overall higher than the quarterback that I just got that's a rookie. So I was going over to the trade, seeing who needed a quarterback and who might accept this trade that I'm going to offer. So I am going to go over to my QBs. Preston is going to be up there, and I might request a wide receiver or something like that. I'm going to go over to their wideouts, see what they're working with. I ain't even going to choose the best one to see if they accept this trade. So it won't mess up their cap. They ain't going to accept it, but it's game time. Let's get it! Yes, it is trending for our season opener. We are here for the coin toss, and we are going to be getting the ball first against the Atlanta Vultures. Here we are starting off our season with our rookie quarterback. We're going to see what he can do out here on the field. So here we are in the play call menu. I'm going to see what coach wants us to do because we do have this rookie quarterback, and it's raining out here. We don't want to come out turning the ball over, so I am going to be keeping this thing on the ground to start this one off, and I get about 4 or 5 yards on that first down. 2nd and 5, I see I have a little out route. I'm going to throw that thing to the outside, and we are close to that first down marker. 3rd and 1, right up the middle, rolling, stumbling. I kind of like this running back already. He is doing his thing, bro. Oh my goodness, I thought I'd do a big. But he only has 1 foot in bounds. Good thing I have the pro rules up here, you know what I mean? And I am going to throw that first down. We're trying to drive down the field and get a score. Now, I want you to notice how the field looks right now in the first quarter compared to what it's going to look like in the fourth and the uniforms. Watch how dirty we get. But I'm throwing it to the end zone. And my rookie is going to have his first touchdown of his career. We are mixed up and we are over here flipping, trying to go for this extra point. I thought I was going to miss that bad boy. And it was close. It went over the upright just like in that Colts game. You know what I mean? With 7-0, we had the lead, and now we are on defense. So we definitely want to try to get this ball back as soon as possible. So overall, I think this game is pretty good. I really like the franchise mode, some of the stuff you can do, setting the prices of concession, all of that good stuff. And look at that running back. Is that supposed to be Bijan Robinson?
My husband just wasn't lasting long enough for me to finish. It was frustrating. I love him, but it got to a point where we were both avoiding intimacy. And then he got prescribed this XRX plus climate control pill through Compton. This pill combines tadalafil, an ingredient to help men get hard and stay hard, with PE treatment to help it last way longer. And the best part is 100% online. No doctor's office, no pharmacy runs, just a simple intake form, and then the licensed provider recommended the right treatments for him. And now he's lasting longer, he's more confident, and we're actually excited to be intimate again. So if you're struggling with early climax, check out treatment movements today. It seriously saved our sex life.
Oh my goodness, he ended up taking that thing all the way. But check out their kicker. They are going to miss the extra point. But I believe if a company came out with a game, even if it's EA or somebody, rumbling down the field, if they made a game where you just focus on concessions, all of that good stuff, I think it would be an ink, bro, like a little simulation game, like Hand Coach 09, you feel me? Like an RPG or something like that. And look at your boy! Now, I didn't want to score too quick because I did not want to give Atlanta the ball right back, but I drew them offside right there. It is going to be a free 5 yards for our team, and we are looking like we need to go ahead and punch this thing in. Like I said, I was trying to waste a little time, but I got too close, and I'm going to take off with my quarterback. That speed is going to pay off for the touchdown. You see my woman is getting it gritty out here. That is what we do, brother. And there they are with their running game. I know they want to keep on giving it to that back. Oh man, I thought I was going to have myself a pick right there. But check this out. We are coming down to the end of the half. And I don't know if they're going to call a timeout. I think they call one of them. But now he gets tackled. They only have 3 seconds left, but they do not stop the clock. So that ended up taking us to halftime. We have a 14-6 lead over Atlanta. I'm like, all right, yo, I'm feeling good about this one. Hopefully we're selling a ton of concessions. We should have put some team ponchos on the list for this week, you know. Since it was right, and look at that receiver. You're taking him down. He thought he was going to make it all the way. And look at the field now, bruh. And look at the uniforms. They are going to get another score. And they are going to be going for 2. And, of course, that running back is going to get it. So we have a tie game. They're kicking that thing back off to us. Only 57 seconds left in the third quarter. So we still have plenty of time to secure this victory, and that is what we are trying to do. I'm hitting that ball off. Our running back still trucking, folks. Now the truck button is up on the right stick. That is what I'm doing. The tip bar button. Look at me pulling it off right there. I believe it's L1R1 if you're on PlayStation. So LBRB on Xbox, and we get a first down right there. I am letting this clock run down some so that I can try to get the final possession, but we are already going to get the touchdown. Going into my running back. And you know he is out here celebrating, doing that, flipping all that. And I'm going for the extra point.
QJB, you're terrible.
We are going to miss that thing. Chill out, Siri. It happens to the best of us, and now I'm like, oh no. This is a perfect opportunity for Atlanta to score a touchdown and win by 1. And look at them. They're going to get us offside. They were running that hurry up, no huddle offense, and we were unable to get on our side of the line. But right here, that should have been a thing. Oh, I'm like, come on, Dave. You should have caught that thing, dude. He's going to bat it down. So they are going to have a 3rd down and 2, and they are going to get the first down. And they are still running no huddle, but this time we are getting on our side of the line. But he is snapping that thing, dropping back and throwing it to the end zone. They're going to take the lead here if they are able to make this extra point. But he ended up hooking it too.
What in the blue moon?
Weather is definitely affected the kicking, as you see. So now I have an opportunity to drive down the field with 1 minute on the clock. Can our rookie quarterback put the team on his back? Oh my goodness, I'm getting taken down in the backfield. So I lose yards. I end up getting sacked. Getting rid of the ball right there, and we are close to a first down. They counted as 1. So look at this, the clock is still ticking. You gotta figure something out and go down. I'm like, this is not what is supposed to happen. We are supposed to be going down the field and look at your boy. Take it off with that speed. And we are going to get out of bounds. So I feel like we should just be trying to get in field goal range. You're going to get another first down right there. And the clock is still ticking down to 9 seconds. I have one more play before I kick it. Look, I'm trying to throw it deep way. It's going to be incomplete. And for the game, we are going to go for this field goal. Are we going to be able to redeem ourselves and make this thing? It's up. It looks like it's going to be good. And we cheated it. Gonna walk out of here with a W. So drop a like and sub if you haven't. Let me know if you want to see some more of this Maximum Football. Check out the franchise mode and all that good stuff. And until next time, take me out of here, Terry.
That's nasty. Pete.
And Victor Wembanyama is the hero.
Real square. We're going to look at these. Playtime. Just walk it over and
Roy, you better to play ball, Roy. Go get that.
I'm about 12 points.
So first off, I have to give a huge shout out to Maximum Football for sponsoring this video. I realized this game came out this week and decided to hop on here and see what it was all about. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of background information about this game before we get deep into the video. But first of all, this isn't your typical sim. It's creative, custom, and community driven. So the first thing you'll notice about Maximum Football is the way that you can go through and basically customize everything, right? And it is on Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Steam, all of that good stuff. And it is free to play, so you can go up there and download it right now. And it launched with several game modes, including Dynasty, Maximum Pro League, which is like a card deck building mode, Coach mode, single player exhibition, local multiplayer, online hand-to-hand, etc. So we're going to get into this right now. We're on the main menu, and you see we have that Dynasty. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But you have these challenges that you can also complete. You're going to get different card packs and all kinds of other things that you can use in the game. Now they also have a season pass, and right now it's focused on the golden era, so you can unlock vintage gear and uniforms inspired by the early 90s football. So I'm going to go ahead and get that, and hopefully we'll be able to unlock some of this stuff because there are a ton of things that you can go through and get for your squad and your players. Now, even though this game is free to play, there are some options to make purchases. As you saw, you can get that season pass. And also, if you are going to be playing Maximum Pro League, you can open up some packs. And you know the pack addict is into to open up these packs. So I just wanted to come through and open up a few of these since I did have some from getting the Legend Pass. Now, in this mode, you are going to be able to hop into the game, customize your team, and open all of your packs in the store tab. You see I'm doing that right now to get the roster. And you can create synergies in here. You can customize your cards. That means that every card in Maximum Football can be customized. You can change their names, equipment, accessories, when you are going out there. And you see I'm actually going to get a legendary card right here. That is the 1/88 overall pass protector. I'm like, oh man, I might actually have to play this mode. You can also merge unwanted cards. So you can upgrade your existing cards by merging them together. All kinds of cool stuff going on in this game mode. But the main thing I really want to focus on is Dynasty Mode. I'm going to get into that in a minute. As you see, hold on, am I going to get something else good? When you look at that 87 quarterback. Sorry, man. I might go out there and do my thing, but I'm going to move on because you can also get all of this gear, which I said you can use on your players